Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always and welcome back to the Age of Engineering. In the last episode, we made the Crusher and was just kind of working towards getting more supplies. Specifically, we are working towards getting the Empower, which is the next age, by the way. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do, a lot of things to do, and couple of things I'm going to kind of talk briefly on kind of where we're going to be heading in the next couple of episodes, hopefully. Today we are going to be making the Empower, and that's going to open up a lot of things. But it's also going to require us to get a lot more power coming in. Because the Empower is really good at getting... the Empower is really good at using a lot of RF. We're going to be empowering like these redstone crystals, and if we look at the usage of these, you can see that they cost 400,000 RF to make one. Yeah, that's a little expensive, but I think, is it the same? Yeah, it's 4 million to make the blocks. So we're gonna want a lot of power, and to begin with, we're just gonna we're gonna have to just set and wait for power to come in. But I was looking, and right now the only power we have is the water wheel, and it's doing all right, I guess. We've got 980,000 RF. I've been using the Crusher a bit, and I guess the greenhouse is still technically working. I don't know. We can go ahead and pause it so it's not using any power, and this should start going up relatively soon. I don't know of anything else that's using power. Nothing else should be using power, so that should fill up relatively soon. But the problem is we need more. We just simply need more power, and honestly we can make this water wheel a lot better. You know what, let's get some glass cooking. We should have a decent amount of sand. Let's get a stack of glass, and I guess we'll just use, I guess we'll have to use the electric furnace. We made a bunch of seared brick. Is that enough? Is that 12? Yes. Just so that we can expand this guy so that we can cook our metals a little bit faster. And all that kind of fun stuff. So the idea for today is going to be to get the Empower and then start working towards getting a lot more stuff. We're going to want, like I said, more power in general, and kind of along with that, we're going to want a lot of, we're going to want options when it comes to power. So on the sidebar, on NEI or JEI, I guess it is, in this if I can speak, in this version of Minecraft. Wow, that was much more difficult than it should have been to say. So I guess it is JEI in this version. Basically, what we're going to be heading towards, we've got a couple options, and we could do this big complicated thing with canola, and it might be a good idea to do that. Eventually what we're going to have is solar panels, but right now solar panels are a little expensive. So if we look at solar panels, so the basic solar panels we can actually do, they're not that bad. Void crystals are just coal, and mirrors is just blue stained glass, lead, stone slabs, some steel. Not that bad. However, this only generates 1 RF per tick. Now once we make the Empower, we can upgrade it to solar panels 2, which generates 8 RF per tick. But that's going to require 2.4 million RF to make one. So not really worth it. Too low of a trickle power. It is passive power. I like passive power whenever I have the option, but that's just too much. Too expensive for what it is. Now we do have environmental tech, which I'm really excited to get into because I've never actually worked with this mod. This is going to be a lot more expensive just for the controller. We'll need 4 blocks of empowered palace crystal though to make this, and that's 32 million RF. Plus we need a solar cell. We can't make those yet because we need to get into forestry. So it is this recipe for that, and that's going to be a little bit of time before we can get there. Let's go ahead and sleep. So that's just one of those things that it's going to be a little bit of time before we can do that. Now, once we can, I don't even know how bad the actual like solar panels are, the solar cells. Yeah, those are those. That's not too bad. Like, this isn't that bad. It's just coal, lapis, and nether quartz. Steel, clear glass is just more nether quartz and sand. But it's the capacitors that is the pain. So we're not going to be getting into that anytime soon. There's also a solar panel from Actually Additions, which requires an iron casing and a bit of RF, but this only produces 8 RF per tick as well, so honestly none of them are worth it. Ender IO, we're not there yet, so that's not worth it either. So honestly the only solar panel that we're going to go after is the environmental tech. So solar panels out. And what I was looking at is generators from extra utilities too. Alternatively, we could make the oil generator from Actually Additions that I've seen. So this guy, actually not terribly expensive. It does require 2 iron casings. That's a little bit expensive. Some empowered canola seeds. That's not bad. I don't know how much RF that takes, but that shouldn't be too bad to do. The crystallized canola is just with the atomic reconstructor. So all that's pretty easy, and then we can make canola oil with canola presses and all sorts of stuff. But it would be a really big, long, complicated thing just to get power. I want something a little bit simpler to begin with. So what we're going to probably go with is the slimy generator from Extra Utilities 2. So this is pretty easy, except for the furnace generator. This is easy, except for the machine block. And this is 1 iron casing, so I can handle that. 1 is fine for a generator. But it also requires Stonebird, which requires a resonator and polished stone. Polished stone is not that hard. It's just stone. That's fine. But it requires a resonator. This is going to require 2 empowered Dystonia crystals. So 80,000 RF to make as much RF as we want. And the thing is the slimy generator makes a decent amount. We can make 360 RF per tick for 144 for each slime block we get. And since we have slime saplings, only grows on slimy dirt and grass, well, we can get that, which we might actually do in a little bit. So I think that's going to be the best of the generators to get. I don't know yet. That I'm still debating a little bit. We could also do a frosty generator. The problem with this one is snowballs would be great. We can't do that in the biome we're at. I just realized that. So that's not so good. Potion generators, blaze rods, brewing stand. I don't know if we have any more blaze rods, but that would require a constant supply of blaze powder. So I don't think that's good. Explosive generator can make it from just gunpowder or TNT is a lot better. 500,000 RF for a piece of TNT. That's not that bad. So yeah, these generators are the ones we're going to go for. So we'll start working towards that today as well. The last thing is compacting drawers. I wanted to look and see how difficult this is to make, and it's actually not that bad. Dense obsidian plates is just obsidian plates, which we can get from block cutting obsidian. Easy. So essentially these are just obsidian being processed. Pistons easy, stone easy, and then reinforced chests does require a lot of reinforced iron. But there is another way to get that other than just using iron ingots and reinforced stone. You can get 4 from iron ore. So this is going to be something we're going to do. And then small stones, we can make CF powder. That's about it. I don't know if those are used for anything else. We'll see about that. So let's get started with all of this. First things first though, empower. So in order to make the empower, we're going to need 2 iron casings. So let's work on this first. Because we're going to need a bunch of stuff. So we're going to need some, I do have some blocks of iron. Let's get one of those, 2 of those cut up into plates, and hopefully we have enough stuff for this. So we're gonna need 2 advanced alloys, 8 steel plates. So I was cooking up some steel. We should have close to enough. We have not quite. We're getting there though. So let's put half of that in there. And we'll go ahead and make sure this guy has plenty of power. So metal former rolling, we can make steel plates with this, right? And there's all the iron plates. So there is the iron item casings with a little bit extra iron plates. Now if we want to get the advanced alloy, we need iron plates. We're gonna need 6 iron plates, so hopefully we have enough. Let's see, we just need 4 more plates. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get a block of steel. We'll cut that up. We might need a little bit more iron. I think we're going to need a little bit more iron. So do I have any? I don't have any more. Alright, so we're going to run to the mining world real quick just to grab some iron. This won't take that long. So basically, we just need to get more supplies. I probably should have went mining for a little bit, but I didn't. Apologies. I'll do that between episodes. Between this episode and next. So just one of those things of I want to get the empower. I kind of forgot we're going to need a lot more iron than what we have. There's some down here. So we don't need that much more. So this should be good enough. And I think one of the things I'm going to do soon is go ahead and upgrade my shovel. We're still using a stone shovel, and I don't like that. F7. Yes, I want to make sure things are lit. I don't want anything spawning in my mines. So we have, what, 13? That's good enough. So let us get up back to our base to get rid of all this stuff. And yeah, we're good to go. So we need 2 iron casings for the thing. So we're gonna need 8 more iron, in addition to the iron we already have, or like in addition to everything else we already have. So we'll get this crushed up. Shouldn't be too bad. And let's see, how are we doing on everything else? So there is some more steel. There's our iron plates. We're gonna need more steel. So iron plates plus, let's go ahead and just put down advanced machine casing. So the advanced alloy also is bronze and tin. So we're gonna need 6 tin plates. So we need 2 more tin and a little bit of bronze, or a little bit more tin. So we need to process some tin as well, and a little bit of copper, I think, as well, just so we can get the bronze. So are we gonna be close to the 27? Almost. 26. That's pretty close, but not quite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is at 18, divisible by 9, and then we'll just put the dust in there as well. And we can get this cooking up, get some iron. We're going to need a little bit of tin and then a little bit of copper with it to make bronze. We need 5 bronze in total, so if we can get a block of that, that'd be kind of cool. Actually, we can't do a block because of the nature of bronze, so we'll do the 5. Or we could do a little bit more. We'll see. So once we get this processed, we're going to want the single block of tin. Go ahead and get all of the iron out. And we can always add more basins and that kind of stuff on this. So there's that. And then if we do... Can't I do something like... Can we sleep? Yes. Alright, we'll sleep while we're waiting for this. I've got to figure out what's going to be the best way to do a lot of this stuff. Oops. I was chatting. Can I combine this? I can. Cool. So we'll just do that and get a little bit of bronze. Let's go ahead and cook a block of this up. We might already have a block. I don't actually know. Wrong chest. We do. We already have all that we need, but we'll get a little bit more. Won't hurt. So we need to get more plates. So there's most of the steel. So here comes the bronze. And like I said, I will process this stuff between episodes. And go get more mining done. All that kind of fun stuff. The tin will not take long to unharden, whatever you want to consider it. Or cool, I guess. Unharden. Harden? Cool is what I meant to say. So let's put that away. And so we have all that. Cool. So this is making the last of the bronze. How are we doing on power? Not the greatest, but we'll get a little bit more going. And we'll also want to get the rest of the steel so that we can turn this into plates so that we can finish making all of the stuff. So 210 goes in here. Yes, that's all we needed. So we can put this back. We're going to need some black quartz as well. We don't have any of that, so we need to go ahead and grind this up. And I guess we should probably put some more power in there. So there's the 10 plates. There's the mixed metal ingots, which we need to then compress. We have more glass to get the bubble. And while we're waiting, what I want to do real quick is we're going to grab some water. Having an infinite spring close would probably be a good idea. Do I not have... I need an infinite spring of water somewhere. Something else we could do eventually is we can make things that are going to give us water whenever we want. So I don't have an infinite spring at all over here. Here we go. I'm going to put one in with the sugarcane real quick. That's not where I wanted it. I want it there. And then that will make infinite spring. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to bounce up to the top of our water wheel. And not miss it. Okay, there we go. So our water wheel is... Alright. Forget it. We're just going to pillar up. Alright, so our water wheel is going that way. So if we have... we need to fill this in. So what we can do is we can have water help this along a little bit on the top. Now this doesn't make sense normally for like any sort of... It doesn't make any sort of sense for an actual water wheel, but I believe what you can do is have some there, but what we need to do is put blocks there. Now that will stop it from moving for a second. That's fine. No power coming in. But we'll just bounce. This water is just as close. We'll grab some more water. And we'll make this a little bit better. So we can do this. Alright, let's real quick just make a quick infinite spring up here, and then I'm gonna deconstruct it. And this will just make my life a little bit easier. I don't have to go down again. So break that. So water there. Water here. And water here. So now if we break, not those, not both of them anyways, we break that, we should be able to get out of there. We'll grab some water, because why not? Break this down, make it look nice on the top, and I'll have to fix the sides and all that fun stuff, but that should be generating a little bit more power. Water wheels are not super, like, efficient. Well, okay, they're efficient, but they're not super... They're not going to provide you with a lot of power, ever. And they also like to glitch a little bit with the hitboxes, but that should be a lot better than what we currently have. So I'm gonna need more glass. I'll get that later. Don't really care about it right now. But that should be filling this up a little bit faster than it was. It is going to take some time to fill up though, because of the nature of how much RF water wheel even maxed out can give you. I think maxed out it's 88 RF per tick, which is not very much at all. So it's just one of those things. We'll get there when we need it to have. We just needed to have the basic. We need the 800,000, excuse me, RF that is already in there. So we can smelt this up for the black quartz. So we have machine casings, we have advanced alloys. Now we need to get the carbon mesh, and we should have all of our steel plates. So there's most of the hardest part of this whole Empower. Now we also need a double battery, and that's going to require a lot of stuff. I forgot. We're going to need a lot more coal. 8, 16. We're going to need to crush up half of this. You know what? Let's take the rest of it. Actually, not all of it. Let's take, like, 9. Throw it in there. If we need to get more coal, we can go get more coal. It's not going to be too much of a problem. How are we going to... Nope, we're out of power. So we can at least make... Hopefully we can make both of these. We're starting to run low on power. Just throw one of those in there. And we don't need that much black quartz right now, so I think we only need 4. So that should be everything we need for the advanced machine casings. I made way too many steel plates. Yeah, it would be 8, not 16. Whoops. Oh well. So we are gonna need 4 more of these guys, and we should be able to make the iron casings. There we go. Cool. That is not too bad. So we have those. Now we need 5 display stands. So we're gonna need a lot of gold cable. So we're gonna need a decent amount of gold. And as soon as we get some coal coke, we'll go ahead and start making this stuff. That might take a little bit, but we're gonna need, let's see, we're gonna need 6 of these, so that's 6 times 8. We're gonna need 48. And 48, I grabbed exactly how much I need. I think. No, it's 4 times. If we extrude it, it's 4 times, so we need 12. Half of this. So that's not too bad. We can handle that. That's pretty easy. So there's the iron casings. We can go ahead and start making some of this other stuff. So, once we sleep. So, the display stands are relatively easy. Although it is going to require a bunch of these basic coils, which is more black quartz. So we're going to need... yeah, we're going to need 6 of those. So we need 6 more black quartz. Do we have 3. So 3 more cooked up will get us what we need. And I don't think we were doing anything else. There's 16. So we need to make the basic coils first, correct? I've never actually made anything from Actual Addition, so it's going to take a lot of redstonia. So let's grab a block. Actually, let's grab 2 blocks. And we'll throw these in front of the laser. We'll shoot it with the laser and get a whole bunch of redstonia. So if we need 6 of these coils, we are out of power again. Do we have any more coal coke? We probably do. We do. Awesome. So, and I believe we even have some in here, so we'll just grab that. Make sure this gets enough power so it can make all the things we need. There we go. So there is the 6 black quartz. And we just need 6 more, which I don't have much more redstonia. So there is all the basic coils. Now I believe we need to turn all of these into the advanced. We're going to need 1 more. So we are going to need to process the redstone ore that I have. That's fine. But hopefully we get the rest of the stuff that we're going to need. So I believe we also need a little bit of flint. Yep, this is going to require a lot of redstone, I'm realizing. So hopefully we have everything we need. 2 coal balls. We'll compress those for the power cube, which we'll get to here in a moment. That also means that we're going to need 2 more pieces of gold. Metal formed. So there's 1 compressed coal ball. And do we have a decent amount of redstone yet? 60. Yes, we do. Alright, so we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. For now. We'll just throw that in front. Laser it, and there we go. So I just want to make all the coils, and we'll just kind of gradually make everything we need. We're out of power once again. So do we have more coal coke? We probably do. We have another piece. This honestly, once we can make, there's something I'm looking forward to with EU that I cannot wait to make. It will make my life a lot easier, but it's gonna take a little bit of time before we can actually do it. But we'll get there. With everything, it's just a matter of time and work to get all the stuff we need. So there we go, yet another basic coil. We make 7 advanced coils, and let's go ahead and make the 5 display stands. So in order to do this, we need aesthetic quartz, which is blocks of quartz, and we need aesthetic green quartz, which is chiseled quartz, which we can chisel. So we're going to need 5 of these, so we're going to need 30 blocks of quartz. So there is half of them, and I realize I don't have enough. So we need 10 more quartz. Let's process a little bit more quartz. And yeah, we're probably not going to have enough power for the redstone crystals. So what I will do is, this area is chunk loaded, I do believe. We look at claim chunks. Yeah, it's chunk loaded. So what I'm gonna is this area chunk loaded. Let's just go ahead and chunk load it as well. So I think that's a smeltery, but we'll claim this entire little area. So what that will allow us to do is basically I can go to the mining dimension and just kind of take my time, go mining for a bit, get all the stuff we can, and we need 4 more. Get all of the supplies and all of the ores and all, just everything that I can. Wow, we barely had enough quartz. So 30 blocks. Now, half of these we're going to chisel into chiseled quartz blocks, and we'll throw all of it and laser. So that is what we needed. So we just do green in the middle, the white ones on the bottom, and there's display stands. So we need 5 of these. 4 of them will be set up something like not there, 2 blocks away from that center block, which will say right there. So something like this, and then the center one will be the empower, which we have another piece of. So this, and this. We can get the redstone crystal that we need, so we just throw that and pop. And all we need now is to make the double battery. So in order to make this, we need an energy module, which is what we have the purified coal for. So we need a piece of coal coke and a piece of coal dust. I don't think I made any of this stuff. Let's just double check. I have a habit of doing that, and then it's been like a week since I've recorded this, so actually it's been longer, I think. Does not look like I did anything of the sort. Alright, cool. So we'll go ahead and get the coal dust, which we have plenty of in here. In fact, I could probably use half of this, because we have it. I don't really have much use of it outside of what we're currently doing. So we'll take the coal dust, and this is going to require some scientific calculating, which we made the scientific calculator, haven't we? I thought we did. Wouldn't it be with the tools? I don't remember where the tools are. Oh, I have a bunch of the stuff right here. Whoops. Alright, so there's the scientific calculator. That's right, I had a chest of things. Oh well. Making a lot of the stuff is not that bad, and we didn't have anything major that I've already made. So, you know what, let's take half a stack of this coal and make a bunch of coal coke. Because we also need another piece for scientific calculating. I forgot about that. Or is it normal calculating that we make it's a normal calculator. So normal calculator, coal dust and coal coke makes the enriched coal, and then we can use that with the enriched gold, I believe. So what we can do is just take this stuff out and we'll put it all in there to be processed. And yeah, cool. So anyways, we need to make the enriched coal, yes, with enriched gold, which is the enriched gold, which is redstone and a piece of gold in the calculator. So I don't believe we have any excess of that. No. So again, just normal calculator. 1 and 1. There's the enriched gold. We just cook one of these up. And then we scientific calculator it. I believe it was. Yes. Scientific calculator. To get the purified coal. And then we need to make the power cube. So the power cube, all of this just for a battery. The power cube is some cobblestone, compressed coal balls, and redstone block. So we have all of that. That's why we needed the compressed coal blocks, or coal balls. So there's the power cube, and then I believe it's a scientific calculator, and there's the energy module. So let's really quick go to sleep. Alright, we can't. So the last part of this, in order to make the battery, we're going to need 10 Inori crystals. So that's 10 iron. Not bad at all. And I'm going to keep the 1 in there just because we can. So we just throw that there, laser it, and there's the Inori crystals. So we should be able to just go ahead and do... Did I mess up? Is it energy module, advanced coil? Why didn't it work before? Oh well. It is not wanting me to have this. Let's sleep before things spawn. Alright, let's try something. Because sometimes... Oh, it's the energy module that is not liking this. Which is not surprising. Do we need to fill it up? No. Let's try this in a standard crafting table. So let's get just a couple of pieces of wood and see if that works, if that helps. It might sometimes that is the case. Yeah, it does not like. Other thing I can try is charging this up a little bit and seeing if that works. Okay, that, for whatever reason, that worked. And we just do this, and we get the double battery. And that is age 3. So now we have the Empower, and the Empower will go right here. And what you do is you put items on here. So, for example, if we were doing torches, you put items on here and they make another item. It's kind of cool. So we got another trophy. We are into the third age now, and yeah, what we're gonna be doing is we're going to work on getting more stuff. Because honestly, that's what this is all about. We need to get more stuff, and specifically, we are going to be working towards getting better RF power. So that'll be what we do next time. Something else that we're going to start working towards is, I kind of mentioned it, the stone separator. This is not that bad. It does require 2 more power cubes, so that's a lot of coal, but everything else is pretty easy. So that is what we're going to do. We'll work towards that. We'll get into a little bit of extra utilities too, and kind of go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!